Welcome. You're watching the English news program on SLN TV. I'm Waris Mohammed, and these are the stories making headlines. President of Somaliland places foundation stone for several developmental projects. Solnak, in cooperation with Somaliland's Ministry of Religious Affairs, holds awareness conference for HIV/AIDS victims. Wave of car bombs rock Iraq. President of Somaliland Ahmed Silanio placed the foundation stone for several developmental projects expected to commence in the eastern regions of Somaliland. The President, accompanied by a senior delegation of government officials, including cabinet ministers, parliamentarians, and other notable public figures, took a tour of governmental institutions in the capital city of Togdheer. The President placed foundation stones for the erection of multiple developmental projects, including a military training institute, additional facilities for the central prison, as well as other areas of crucial importance for regional development. President Ahmed Silanio also participated in the graduation ceremony of Golis University's branch in Bur'a and urged students to work even harder at improving their nation. The President of Somaliland also placed the foundation stone for a road construction project, bridging Bur'a to Erigavo. This regional trip by the President of Somaliland began with this senior governmental delegation cutting the ribbon for completed projects in Sahel region. Solnak, the National AIDS Commission, held an awareness conference for people living with HIV/AIDS. High-level officials of Somaliland's Ministry of Religious Affairs were also in attendance. The director of Solnak, speaking to the audience of health professionals, HIV/AIDS victims, religious scholars, government officials, and representatives of non-governmental organizations, elaborated on Somaliland's steps on providing resources and facilities to curtailing the spread of HIV/AIDS. He also commended the commitment of the President of Somaliland, Ahmed Silanio, in supporting initiatives aimed at prompting more educational awareness towards this issue. Officials of Somaliland's Ministry of Religious Affairs, who were also in attendance, stated that those infected shouldn't abstain from increasing their religious knowledge. The religious scholar stated that this sickness, as any other, is a test, and those infected should work hard at pleasing their Creator. Several infected citizens also addressed participants at the ceremony. They collectively expressed appreciation and gratitude towards government efforts on providing them with medicine, facilities, and urgent assistance. Alpha University hosted a consultative conference for faculty members and students on obstacles faced and progress made, placing focus on necessary changes needed to advance and improve Alpha. Alpha University, one of the foreign post-secondary educational institutions working in Somaliland, hosted a consultative conference in the capital city. Participants included the president of Alpha, faculty deans, students, and other educational professionals. The president of Alpha University opened the conference with initial remarks. He stated that the purpose of this consultative conference was to prompt better results for upcoming school years. He encouraged faculty deans and students to deliberate and discuss obstacles faced and progress made, focusing on what works best and what changes need to be implemented. Faculty deans and students deliberated for a number of hours on numerous areas of significance for Alpha University. The conference concluded with participants sketching out a work plan, recommendations, and pledged to hold similar meetings in the future. You're still watching our English news program on Somaliland National Television, and now for the international headlines in detail. A wave of car bombings in 11 cities across Iraq has left around 50 people dead. Mostly Shia areas were targeted. No group has claimed responsibility, but Sunni Islamist insurgents, including an Al-Qaeda affiliate, have been increasingly active in recent months. The bombings appear to have been coordinated, causing as much chaos as possible the length and breadth of the country. The deadliest was in the city of Hilla, south of the capital Baghdad, where 2 cars exploded near a busy market, killing 19 people. Sectarian violence has recently surged across Iraq, reaching its highest level since 2008. According to the United Nations, more than 5,000 people have been killed so far this year, 800 of them in August alone. The man tipped to become the next Federal Reserve Chairman, Lawrence Summers, has pulled out of the running. Although a brilliant economist, Summers has attracted much criticism relating to his support for deregulating Wall Street in the 1990s. Current Chair Ben Bernanke steps down in January. The U.S. economy continues to show gradual progress. However, Americans anticipate the next chairman will play an instrumental role in lifting the debt-ridden nation out of its current economic worries. The findings of UN weapons inspectors are due to be presented on Monday after investigating an alleged chemical weapons attack on a Damascus suburb last August. Although the inspectors are not allowed to say who carried out the attack, the United Nations Chief Ban Ki-moon has already revealed that he expects the report will confirm chemical arms were used. This horrendous specter of chemical warfare, where more than 1,400 people have been killed, I believe that the report will be an overwhelming report that chemical weapons are used, said the UN Secretary General last Friday.
This horrendous specter of chemical warfare, where more than 1,400 people have been killed, I believe that the report will be an overwhelming report that the chemical weapons was used.
Details within the report are, however, likely to indicate which side was responsible. It will then influence attempts by the UN Security Council to agree a resolution backing the Russia-US pact on dismantling the Syrian government's chemical stockpiles. 2 powerful storms which are battering Mexico have left at least 19 people dead. Hurricane Ingrid and Tropical Storm Manuel have brought torrential rain, severe flooding, and caused widespread damage. The bad weather has forced Independence Day celebrations in many Mexican towns to be cancelled. Thank you for watching. You can join us tomorrow at the same time. Until then, take care.